everyone, and welcome back into SWH Live. I'm Chris Treft. He's downtown George Brown.
That's me, guy.
And you know, when we're popping on camera before a game, that means we're in the semis or the championship.
Yeah, let me
it's
tell
time
you,
for the semifinals.
Let me tell everyone, I'm still sick to my stomach that I have to come on and smile during this game that my team's not playing in. But got to be professional. Got to get ready for this one. We got a good run, Roadrunners and PAMA.
George, I've been in every PAMA Pro Championship. Granted, I've been up here.
Yeah, you have.
But hey, so have you.
I have.
Yeah.
I honestly have. Since the first one, you're right.
And this tournament has been one of our funnest.
It has. It has.
I think.
It's been one of the tightest, Treff, because you look at this.
Like tight, close, or tightest?
You look at this, and I talked to Joe Cook after my game, and it was a great conversation. It was right after we lost, but he's like, this is one of the first tournaments that I really thought that 6 to 7 teams could win this thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, a long time ago it was, all right, teams are entering, but there's 4 teams who are going to come out with it. You used to have Alkali RPD, Snipers, Black Ice, and PAMA.
Yeah.
Those were the 4 clear favorites. And now, my guys, I really thought we had a chance to win this. You know, it's my Conix came out and played amazing. They lost to the Snipers by a goal.
Yeah.
Conix had a chance to win. The Mudcats didn't even make the playoffs. You got teams all over the place, and there's solid players on each and every roster, and so it's great to see.
It's a compelling Final Four because you have this game that we're about to watch, PAMA and the Roadrunners. Whoever wins, they've never won a PAMA Pro Championship.
Yeah.
So we will have one team that hasn't won and 2 teams that have won a lot.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
On the other side. So one of those teams will be there, Snipers, Black Ice. So it's almost time for puck drop. This one's going to be fun. We're going to hear a quick word from CarShield, and then it's time for the semifinals right here in SWH Live.
No one likes getting hit unexpectedly, especially with expensive car repairs. That's why I protect myself with CarShield. CarShield is my first line of defense against expensive car repairs. If your car's out of warranty, you need CarShield, period. Score the CarShield hat trick at no additional cost. Get roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage. Never get stuck on the bench with expensive car repairs again. Call CarShield before your car breaks down.
Call 800-579-6554.
Welcome back into SWH Live. Chris Treft along with downtown George Brown. And it's time for the semis.
It is.
The Tour Roadrunners and the PAMA Labeda Golden Knights. And George, just a quick note, this was our 1 and 2 in our favorite jerseys, and now they're going up against each other. This is going to be a fun, thrilling game to watch. It's going to be aesthetically pleasing. There's no negatives to come out of this. The only negative is one of these 2 teams is going to be eliminated, and one of these 2 teams will go home unhappy, but, you know, after a great tournament, because both these teams have played phenomenal.
Yeah, they have. And the one good thing about it, Treft, is there's you know you're going to have a good game. There's not going to be, and when you have a pro division like this,
pass in front, and that one caroms wide.
There's not going to be any throwaway games, you know, and it's semifinals. Even if you had any of the other teams in the semifinal here that got eliminated, they'd all still be great games, just like all the quarterfinal games were. So it'll be a fun one.
The Roadrunners lost as Junior Cadiz, or scratch that. Roadrunners won last year. Junior Cadiz went down.
I don't know what just happened, but it didn't look like a penalty to me. But
no.
You know?
Junior Cadiz fell down on a stick lift, and you know, that looked bad from far away over on the bench. But the Tour Roadrunners beat PAMA en route to their championship run, where they lost in the finals to Black Ice last year. So you know PAMA has that on their minds.
We did too.
And then it was an all-tour battle in the semis.
Yeah.
And the Mudcats lost to the Tour Roadrunners. This is different for the Roadrunners. Last year they were an underdog. This year they're the top seed going into the playoffs. They came from behind to beat Ringster last game.
Thank you for the reminder. No, you got a job to do, I know. Just kidding. Just kidding.
We'll see if PAMA will cover 91.
93.
No, 91 is Blake.
93 Shane.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm messing it up.
5 straight goals for the Roadrunners, 4 of which were straight in a row. One was an empty netter, but still very impressive.
Isn't a row straight anyways? You said 4 of which were straight in a row.
No, straight for the Roadrunners, and then total in a row overall in the game. Shot! That one is stopped by Clay Taylor. So interesting utilization here of Clay Taylor and not Tommy Tartaglione.
Wow, yeah.
Which do you think, because of the Roadrunners and their
Familiarity and playing against them last time?
Yeah, do you think?
Didn't they play them at, they did not play them at Narch.
Now a shot from Shane Bennett, save made, rebound, Clay Taylor's there to stuff it.
Huge save by Clay Taylor.
What I was saying is, do you think it's because the way the Roadrunners play, they're so run and gun, and Tommy can be a little erratic? So it worked against Marsblade, but maybe against the Roadrunners, Clay Taylor is a more structurally sound goalie, a more conventional goaltender, that might be tougher for the Roadrunners to beat? Or am I overthinking that?
I think you're overthinking that, which is not a bad thing. I get your thought process on that. But I do think you're overthinking it. I think it's just, I mean, let's be honest.
It's his turn?
I don't think it's that either. I think between Clay Taylor and Tommy Tartaglione, Clay Taylor is going to bring a calm to the back end that TNT probably won't. Like you said, he is more erratic at times, but I really believe that if you're in a situation like this, 3-on-2 Roadrunners.
Eula creates a turnover. Blake Bennett's got the hot stick. That shot is blocked, and then they power him off the puck.
Yeah, they're all over him, and they know.
Blake's going to give it back to him, but sometimes he might take it too far and take penalties, so we'll see if that comes to fruition here. A shot by Seymour, blocked into the corner. Seymour goes down trying to hit Jackson and DiMartino and just takes himself out into the boards. Here's DiMartino flying into the zone, cuts left, shoots. Clay Taylor on the pad, stop.
Yeah, Clay's been strong here so far. I just think when you're playing in this game, you don't overthink the goaltender situation, and maybe.
Now it's Ollinger, cuts to his left, sends it in front, and Keith Johnson makes the save. And you know Keith Johnson's going to bring it for the Roadrunners.
My goodness, yeah. I don't know what the thinking is for Rob here, but I don't think it's a necessarily bad thing.
No.
And you know Keith is going to bring it. Listen, same thing happened 2 years in a row. We had 2-goal leads. Rinker had 2-goal leads. Keith Johnson came up huge, so they couldn't make it 3. And that is why they're in this game.
That's what happened in your game. You could have had that 3-goal lead, which really would have buried them, but he made 2 amazing saves.
And the same happened last year, though. Same happened last year. At 3-1, we had 2 great opportunities.
That game was eerily similar.
Yes.
Except they scored a little earlier instead of late.
Yes.
Junior Cadiz tried to get it to the front. It's blocked.
Tardino with a great back check there.
Tardino, a man amongst boys. That's just because he's playing on such a young team. Max Halverson behind the net. Standing patiently. Halverson. Off the boards. Now, Delamorte in front for Tardino. Passed on the right side. Ollinger forced to the corner by the back check of Tardino. Delamorte tries to slip a check, and no, does. Fights free, great play. Now to Max Halverson. Halverson left wing side, shoots. That one goes over top of the net, and Travis Snow gets to it. Oh, stick lift by Halverson, takes it away, and he fires it back into his own zone for the control and carry by Christian Acosta. Chow, as they call him. Moves up the floor. Says goodbye to the puck, and fires it back to Max Halverson.
Oh, man.
George, that was a good one.
Okay.
That was a real good one.
All right, my guy.
Martini with the puck, back to Halverson. Halverson, forced to the wall by Mooney. Mooney started that whole comeback in their quarterfinal game. He scored the big goal to bring them back to within 1. It was kind of, looked like all Marsblade. We were just going to run the clock out, and then Mooney scored that huge goal. What happens next? The comeback starts.
Yeah. Yeah, and excuse me. Here's the thing. In these long games, Trev, and 2 goals is nothing in this division. 2 goals is nothing.
Jordan Thomas breaks his stick, but a quick change there. Echeverry onto the floor. Nice heads-up play by PAMA to not get caught there. Pass to the right side, Mooney finds Echeverry, waits, looks, shoots, saved by Johnson. And where's the puck?
You could see PAMA wants
Finally
to
gets the
go.
whistle.
They're not slowing the game down as much. They want to go every single chance they get.
That was not premeditated, Larry. That was right on the fly. It came to me. Larry said my chow pun was premeditated. No, sir. If I think of it ahead of time, I screw it up when I actually say it.
Got it. Got it.
Face off on the right side, Dot. Mula sends it around the back of the net. Jackson. DiMartino, Mula, Jackson. Now it pops in front. Johnson knocks it down. It's laying in the crease and covered by Keith Johnson. Right on the doorstep was John Seamer and Gonzalez, as well as Delfino. They had everybody to the net there. I like the addition of Delfino Varela. He's a rising star in roller hockey. Played for the Mudcats a little bit last year and Rink Rat, but bringing him to PAMA, get a little youthful enthusiasm there, and he's one heck of a player. I've really enjoyed watching him the last few years.
He is. He truly is. And it's a good, solid pickup, you know, up 2-1.
And he's a Cali kid, so the familiarity is there. Jackson leads the 2-on-1. He's got Mula with him. Finds Mula. Mula shoots. Clay Taylor says no.
Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? That's a huge play.
No call made. See if PAMA can take advantage.
He took 2 players out by just taking 1.
A centering feeds block, though. Great defense by Joey D.
Yes, it was. Man.
Roadrunners bench doesn't like that.
No, not at all. But I wouldn't either, but it's all right. Right play was made there. If he gets away with it, he eliminated 2 guys on that one play. And, you know, puck's going back the other way. Ref's eyes are probably going there, and he eliminates the guy.
Nick Berger has the puck. Gets it behind the net. Christian Acosta, the Northern California native, puts on the brakes, finds Delamorte, currently residing in St. Louis, playing for Lindenwood, as is Berger. A couple of New York kids coming to the Midwest for college.
Broken stick.
Cadiz breaks his stick trying to get Delamorte off the puck. Tardino gets to the biscuit. Can't do anything with it. Pass misses, no, and the 2 number 9s skate into the corner.
Yeah, that was Tyler Gonzalez who took out Action Jackson in front. And Mueller was trying to back check, but Action Jackson ran into him because Tyler Gonzalez had taken him out. Small, simple play. That resulted in a 9-man rush back the other way.
It's a dangerous play, too. Cross check, that goes to the boards. A chance for PAMA! Eton shoots and scores! Chavera tied the game in the quarterfinal with a beautiful slap shot. Here it's a wrist shot off the rush. 1-0 PAMA, 9:46 left in the first.
And we had said this, Treff. They're getting speed going every single time on the rush. They're not really setting things up. They're getting speed every time. And it's no Chavera, give and go, and he goes upstairs. And every single time. Oh, there's a turnover.
Shane Bennett into his offensive zone, cuts to the front, shoots and scores! Shane Bennett.
Great response there. Great response there from Roadrunners. And that's huge for them because they respond every time. They respond every time, and to respond that quickly is huge.
A wrist shot deflects in off the defender and flutters in. What's this? Right off the faceoff.
Chavera scores, and then here's a turnover. A blind pass back. And it's an impossible shot to stop if you're Clay Taylor because that one's just bouncing around because your defenseman breaks it up, basically.
Cardi's got Martini going to the net. Instead goes to Shane Bennett, left wing side. He'll take a long shot, ramps up a stick, goes up and out of play. We get a whistle. 9:22 left in the first. Shots are tied at 5, and we're tied at 1 on the scoreboard. Can't get much more even than that, George.
Nope. And that, again, off of a turnover. The game is tied, but those mistakes are so huge in a game like this. They're so magnified.
Riccardi, the former Bethel Wildcat and current Lindenwood Lion.
Nice
to Max
little
Halverson.
play there by Riccardi.
Beautiful effort. Shot, and that one is deflected into the corner. Riccardi to Halverson, right back to him, and he got a shot off. Here's Mayhew, who scored an absolute beauty in that quarterfinal. He's dancing again. Oh, just barely got poked away by Shane Bennett. Indirect pass, right on the money. Oh, just poked away by Echeverry, the former Greenville Swamp Rabbit. Now he gets it back. Tries to center it, and that one's knocked away.
Heath Johnson had to get his glove back on.
Shane Bennett. And maybe...
Oh, Shane's doubled. Couldn't get it
down the
ahead.
board.
That's a great job to lock up, though.
Seamer over to Mayhew, knocked away. I think if
they're stepping 3. Oh, that pass gets through. It's 2-on-1 with the Bennett brothers.
If the Roadrunners...
That's a bad step there, though. I don't know why you'd make that step.
Pass up to Delfino. Now Garrett Haar into the zone, far side, shoots. That one's deflected. It goes up and out of play.
You there?
Testing.
Testing. There he is. There he is.
Coming out of left field.
Boys, was watching the stream on the way back over here. Holy cow. Holy moly, what a game we got, huh?
Oh,
great response by the Roadrunners.
Right, off a turnover there.
And you should know as a goalie, Clay Taylor had no chance on that one. Just so tough when shot is blocked and then it just redirects and flutters past you. You can scoot up, Dwyer. You don't have to be standing in the light. Guy's trying to blind himself here.
Yeah, don't go to the light.
Just trying to make sure everybody's got some elbow room.
Oh, we're fine.
Oh, we do. We're good.
Garrett Hart, great back check by Gonzalez. Har through the slot.
Oh.
Backhand shot. Johnson the save.
So it's going to be huge here. I always talk about teams play so different sometimes, and at what point do teams, when they're playing full man-to-man, some teams keep a guy on the high guy, and when that pass is made blindly back, and that's off a face-off, that's what happened here. Ethan Chavera just thought his defenseman was back.
Yep.
Threw it back, and if in that situation everyone is coming back on the Roadrunners, everyone's back, that blind pass works.
It's amazing how some teams make that a priority to make sure somebody is back to back against the team that is trying to throw it back to maybe be like a safety valve. But those teams that make awareness of that to counter and pick off that regroup pass, it's huge, especially in games like this. As the tournament goes on, you'll see more and more of like a couple of those mistakes. Trefty.
Wrist shot by Cadiz, hits the side of the net. In their defense, Shane Bennett didn't really do what you're supposed to on the faceoff. They lost the draw, the Roadrunners.
And he went forward.
And he went like over right where that puck ended up. So like, where the heck was he going?
But he was probably covering the high guy.
And luckily, the Golden Knights passed it right to him. No, in, looking, waiting, shooting. Johnson denies it with the left hand.
On that situation, if you lose a draw, if you're playing man, off of the draw, the opportunity is to grab a guy. And if his guy is the high guy, he made the right play.
Yeah.
You know, so we just don't know what their game plan is there, though.
But there was no guy where that puck came.
Well,
there was a man back, though.
Yeah, he was in the middle of them.
The puck carrier too. I mean, like they've got the puck. They're battling. They're trying to maintain possession, and so sometimes those guys so quickly just instinctually think, hey, I'm going to throw this back, but they don't take that extra half second to look and see if somebody's going to pick that off, and so that's it's a pivotal play. Every time that happens, there's always an opportunity from the team that picks that off because they're being aware that, hey, these guys are going to try and throw it back.
Yeah.
And you instantly get an odd, or if it's not an odd man, it's a one-on-one. Big collision on the boards.
There's also a difference here too in this game because I'm seeing PAMA step a lot. Like they'll have one guy back, and that guy steps. They step a lot. They activate a third guy, even without possession. They activate a third guy, and it's happened about 3 times today. And if the pass got through or the Roadrunners made the play, it was a breakaway the other way. And they just haven't converted on it. But it's just something to watch because I don't know if it'll cost them later. But they activate a third earlier than any other team I've seen activate a third guy in the rush.
Well, in playing PAMA this week, and we played them at Narcha, a week and a half ago, or however long ago that was. Both those teams, the Snipers and PAMA, are so good at shooting a rocket down to their side in order to maintain possession. Here we go.
Possible odd man the other way for the Roadrunners. Halverson, right wing side, tries a toe drag. One too many moves. Garrett Haar up to the task, knocks it away. Martini indirectly back into his own zone, and it's collected by Riccardi. Riccardi moving around in his own end, looking for a play. It's a backhand sauce up to Halverson, who moves up the floor. Delfino Varela right off the bench, heading over to him. Halverson looking for the trailer. Blake Bennett gets it over there, but it goes over the stick of Bennett, pops off the wall, and comes right to Gonzalez. Pass to the left side, Delfino Varela. Cal Bear moves over to the wall and fires it back into his own zone. Garrett Haar, the Chicago area native now, by way of California, out from behind the net. Pass to the right side, it's John Seymour. Tons of speed into his offensive zone. Long range shot that hit his own man in front.
Yeah.
Seymour in the corner, tried to center it, knocked away. Puck's bouncing around. Big collision behind the net, and eventually it's taken.
And Sarter tells him that was his own guy who collided with him.
Yeah, I was hit by his own guy. I was calling for a penalty, but here comes Halverson. Maneuvering into his offensive zone. Nice little pick play. Halverson to the front of the net, gets stymied, and then Halverson runs into Clay Taylor. Goaltender interference is the call.
That's a great job by Bethman to skate away. When I refed, even in house leagues, I never skated away. I skated to the guy. What'd you say? What'd you say? It was never.
What you talking about?
They're taught to avoid the confrontation. I would always interact because it was just.
Here's the replay, guys.
The kind of guy I am. I don't know why. I guess that's just me. But Bethman does a great job to avoid the confrontation there. I don't think he got bumped into him. I think Halverson just goes in alone.
Good little separation by Riccardi there to kind of draw two guys to him. But yeah, Halverson kind of drove to that net for sure.
Yeah, he went in alone.
It's the fact of he didn't really make an effort to get out of the way. Kind of just like, I'm going to hit this goal, I might as well make the most of it. Delamorte, short-handed shot, blocked.
That ain't going to get past Oli 99 out of 100 times.
Now Ollinger, right side. Checked by Delamorte. Puck comes to No. No, left wing side, waiting, looking, sends it down low. John Seymour collects it off the skate. Back out to No. Travis Snow to Ollinger. Ollinger down to the goal line, Cadiz. Cadiz try to get it out to the point, partially blocked by Riccardi.
Help me out.
Now out high, Ollinger shoots. Bad stop. Goes into the corner. They tried to jam it in at the post. Keith Johnson gets the cover and the whistle. 44 seconds left in the power play. 2:23 left in the first. 1-1 is your score.
Help me out, guys. Kev, maybe you can help me with this. Junior Cadiz was basically underneath the PAMA Invitational sign over here in the corner. Mm-hmm. How does that on the power play? How is he even dangerous there? He's not even on his off wing if he wanted to one-time it from there.
Shot off the face-off by Seymour and missed. It comes back to center.
He's dangerous because even if he is wide and they get that puck to him, he has the ability to create that space, or he has that space, and if he takes that space,
Ollinger to No. Now to Cadiz. Cadiz back to No. He shoots off the goal post, and the rebound caroms to the far side wall.
Kind of just like that. He's got a little space. These guys are going to get drawn toward him. They're going to start coming toward him.
That's what I'm saying. Why go that far, though, if you're defending it?
Defending it, I'm not sure.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
I think they might be looking to go down to Cadiz and then him go diagonally to No.
Which is fine, but if you keep...
No, left point, walks in, shoots. Shoulder stop made by Johnson. Puck's bouncing around right at the net mouth. Taken by Riccardi, back to full strength. Go the Roadrunners. Excellent kill. Now they have a 2-on-1. Halverson has Delamorte with him. Halverson, right side, in front for Delamorte. He shoots. What a save, Clay Taylor!
Delamorte's had two opportunities there. Last game, he hit the post on a wide open net. And that one, Clay Taylor just robbed him. But Delamorte's getting into open spaces. If he cracks one of these through, it might just come at the right time. But he's always in open spaces, And he joined the rush there, just couldn't finish. Maybe you'd like to see a one-timer there.
Perfect timing off the finish of the of the power play for PAMA.
We're going to
Perfect
watch
timing
it again here.
And excellent job by Clay to move from his left to his right and get over and make that big save.
If he one times that, it's a goal.
He did that, but he also, when he was moving across, he stayed big. He didn't sprawl.
Yeah.
So there was nothing really to shoot at up high either. That's an excellent play by Clay Taylor.
Came through his crease. It's like a very subtle thing. He comes through his crease. If a goalie moves at the top of his crease, he's not getting over there as soon. Clay moves through his crease and is able to stay big there, just like you said.
Say, hey, Clay, what a stop. 50 seconds left to go in this thrilling first period we've had so far. 2 goals to show for it. This man has one of them. Etan Chavera over to Mooney. Fakes the drop pass, curls through the slot. Wrist shot, glove save made by Keith Johnson. Puck fired up ahead to
J.C.
Martini.
Campagna said reason he believes he's so deep and wide, the idea is to create more room at the top for no, like you said, Dwys. So when Cadiz gets it at that location.
Mueller down the right side, Shane Bennett, stutter steps to the front, waits, shoots, and it's blocked in front. Great defense by Mooney, and that sends Mayhew the other way. Mayhew, watch the backhand toe drag, he tried it, but it's knocked away.
Longest 30 seconds ever.
Yeah. Yep.
And Cadiz make a forehand seam pass to Travis, and he has room to catch take a step and release. Here's my thing, though. Why does your defense change? And I know Cadiz is back there. And I know Cadiz is back there, but
hey guys,
I know Cadiz is in that corner, but defensively killing a penalty. If he's all the way out there, how is he going to hurt you? Even if you cheat that guy to know, or you know that pass is coming and you take away that seam pass, Junior Cadiz, as wide as he was, is he going to hurt you from out there? If you're allowing a goal from out there, you have goaltending issues, not PK issues. That's why I'm just questioning. And listen, no got the shot from up top, exactly what they were looking for. But that defenseman, I think, drew too far out, even though that's the play they're looking for. I just didn't understand why he was so wide.
I'm Chris Treff, this is Kevin Dwyer, that's George Brown coming to you live from the St. Peter's Recplex in St. Peter's, Missouri. And I might have to go get a step stool, guys, this is embarrassing. There we go.
I think am I the shortest? No, you're the shortest one, guy. That's embarrassing.
Coaching my kids and trying to set up the power play, I think, you want the kid, you want to have kids kind of take their space. You want guys to take that space because, again, it draws them. If they don't take that space and the Roadrunners sit tight right there and a junior starts taking that space again, they've got the puck, they're pressing the matter. And so then if somebody gets drawn there, that opens up Tino high for his bread and butter, ripping a shot in the high slot right there in the power play. But it's kind of one of those give and take things. You kind of got to find the balance if you're the penalty kill.
You probably got to find out how they're going to play you on the PK too. Because if they do get drawn out, you're fine out there. But if they don't get drawn out, maybe, and I'm sure Tournament has something, hey, if they don't come out to you, then we'll change it up and do this. But I was just curious, and then as soon as I asked, he made that pass up top to no, and he got the shot off. But
absolutely.
And period 2 is underway, so let's get back to the floor. Second period, Roadrunners and PAMA right now. His first possession goes to the Roadrunners. We just know y'all wanted to see our pretty faces for the intermission. And you can send your donations to Tim McManus for a teleprompter next year.
Oh man, teleprompter would be great.
So we
is
can
that
break
a warning?
Down. Yeah, the warning.
Is that a warning call?
So the warning goes to both benches now.
In all the games that I've seen and been in, we got called on one warning, and this is the only other warning I've seen.
Yep.
And I'm with
2
you on
so
that
far.
one.
Yep.
2 total, yes.
Yep.
So now both benches are warned, remember. So PAMA doesn't get to do it just for fun because they didn't get a warning. Not sure what this delay is for. Now the puck is down, and PAMA has it.
Big draw.
Draws are
Every
gonna be
one of
huge
them.
in this.
Every one of them. Every single one throughout the 36 minutes plays its role and has importance.
Absolutely, and possession has been huge in these playoff games. I mean, every game, but playoff games even more so.
And it's always huge to beat Nick Martini on a faceoff. He's so good at those, one of the best in the division. Etan Chavera scored the goal. Travis Snow had the assist, and then an unassisted tally by Shane Bennett. That came at the 8:11 mark, 10 seconds after the 8:21 mark, for which Itan Chavera scored.
I don't mean to open a fresh wound, George, but how about Blake earlier today, man? Just putting the squad on his back and getting the job done, man. Those Bennett boys, they know when to play and how to play.
I regret the day I found them now.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking earlier.
Like, you find them and they come back to wreck me 2 years in a row.
Bite the hand that used to feed you.
Right. I'm like, come on now, guys. But, I mean, he got me. It's funny because a goal by Blake got me to my first ever pro final at Tours. He beat the
Tours
Mudcats.
in 2018.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cadiz, right wing side, looking, shooting, and that one kisses glass.
Then I
and
got
comes
one.
back.
Then I got one at Tours. I've lost in the quarters here twice in a row now. It's okay. Next year we'll get this one. So I'm okay.
I'm with you on the quarters losses. They hurt.
Yeah, they do.
I hate when I lose quarters and then I can't go to the laundromat.
Okay, so you could have kept that one. You could have kept that one.
Put that quarter in my pocket for later.
Yeah. But no, I mean, and listen, I take nothing away from Blake, but that play should have been shut down each and every time after the first time. Maybe a second one.
Definition of insanity is doing the same thing over again, not changing anything up.
Maybe the second one, but whatever. I mean, more credit to them for doing it. Like,
going back to the well.
Might as well keep
why
trying
not?
it until you stop it. Here's DiMartino.
If a defense can't stop the run, why the heck would you pass?
DiMartino, beautiful move, gets around another, but then at the last minute, Itan Chavera knocks it away. Quick transition the other direction. Echeverry.
And I wasn't in the booth when PAMA scored their goal, but what a play coming up the floor for Tino to get that right back onto Etan's tape, and Etan's able to put that puck where he wants to because he's capable of doing that.
Hey, you shot wide.
Heck of a play.
I just brought this up, Kev. It looks like every time.
Jackson lifts the stick of Mooney, comes into the zone. Jackson dances around a defender, shot pad stopped by Clay Taylor. A try from behind the net, stopped as well.
Looks like every time PAMA gets possession of the puck.
And here's Blake Bennett. Instantly, two guys on him for PAMA, but he gets free. Blake Bennett shoots, hits the goalpost. And the rebound, Action Jackson.
Kick it out.
Oh, yeah, he took a while to make that decision. And it looks like every time PAMA gets the puck, they'll set up for a couple seconds, and then they're gone. They haven't turned back much at all.
Which, again, in my experience playing in the last couple weeks, that's all they would do. They would just send it back and hold on to that puck for a bit.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
They would be fine with that. Here they're going.
Any chance, because it's a case of matchups?
It could be, but you know, the first one, Ethan came back, just regrouped real quick, and then went. It wasn't even a possession game.
Yeah.
They just went and took it on the rush.
Well, speed for speed, in this game, who's going to outspeed him? Who's going to end up making that decision to start slowing the game down a little bit? Tardino here coming up on
DiMartino gets it to him. Tardino shoots, pad stop as the puck goes to the corner. Delfino missed out on about 4 kicks there. Trying to kick the puck and missed it.
I know, right?
Hockey guy.
Stick to hockey guy.
Hockey guy, not a soccer guy. Here comes John Seaver. Seamer into the zone. Toe drags to the outside. Puck rolls on him. He sends it in front. No, gets to it. Tries to play it to the back door, but the puck was rolling all over the place.
That's a play right there where Travis should know better to just ring that back.
Travis should know.
Travis should know just to ring that back and establish possession and maintain that possession of the puck there.
Martini sends it back to DiMartino. Pass up to Delamorte. Up the far side, DiMartino.
How about these playoff games, though, huh? That's a broadcaster's dream, having real close, tight-knit games.
We've had that all tournament. And the one blowout we had was a mercy by the Mudcats, and they didn't even make the playoffs eventually. How about this? A team goes 1-3, and they have a positive goal differential. Pass towards the front, that one's
Great
blocked.
breakup by Joey D. And a great outlet pass. Oh.
Just bounced
Just
away,
out
though.
of the reach of Della.
Travis No to Cadiz. Cadiz waiting. And a sliding effort by DiMartino brings that up. He's playing passionate.
Yeah, DiMartino was playing, not that he doesn't every game, but outstanding right now.
Spirited effort so far from DiMartino. Haven't seen much offensively from him, but he's been playing so good defensively, and that offense can come in an instant. Same with PAMA. Ollinger, wrist shot, and that's blocked, comes to the corner. Quick passing, beautiful play by
Smart
Thomas.
play by Jordan Thomas there, yeah.
Now to Cadiz, right down the middle. Dangles to the right, drops it off to No. A nice stick handle, gets around a second, now comes to Ollinger to No. Wade shoots,
Wow.
good!
Wow. That's all talent there. You just, I mean, great play, but I thought when No lost the puck, it was over for that chance. And right there to help him out, I kept telling you guys, the third man activates deep every single time. And this situation, it helps him out. Like, great play. Remember Jordan Thomas made the first play. So here I thought it was over. No lost it. Third activator. Is that Ollinger?
Oli.
Yeah, Oli's in there. And listen, great job by Ollinger to be there. But they activate that third guy so deep. If that play's broken up,
It's a 2-on-1 the other way. Absolutely.
And it's been that, you know what I mean?
Here comes Mooney, pass to the right side.
But it works, pays off.
Mayhew shoots, Johnson the save.
Can we cue that goal up one more time? If I got it, can we cue the goal up one more time? Just want to show these small plays if we have it.
It's the little things that add up, right?
It's the little things. Right here. You'll
Travis
see it.
gets that
there,
over to
that
Jordan.
play.
Yep.
That play.
Yep.
Thank you. That's all I needed. But that play, that Jordan Thomas play, No to Thomas and the little tap. Because
Just a little tappy?
Just a little tappy tap.
Tap, tap,
Just
tap.
because he was getting pressured.
Find your happy place.
He's
Right.
getting pressured and he gets it into open space.
Palma's in a happy place right now, leading 2-1 here in the second period. An eternity left, though, 10:50. You know, Palma has a lethal offense, and over the summer they've been even more lethal at times. Itan Chavera and backhand shot off the goal post and out. Because Max Comtois, the Anaheim Ducks forward, is over on the bench. He's an assistant coach this weekend, but don't think he was allowed to play in this.
Dangerous
From certain people within his ice hockey rinks.
The Maxime Comtois group.
Yeah. Must have a different agent than Adam Ernie and Pat Maroon. Here comes Palma moving up the floor.
Ethan wants one. And watch out for that Ethan backhand.
Yep. Oh, man, didn't he put one in earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was beautiful earlier in the
Yeah.
tournament.
Echeverry, he is, I equate him to a John on defense. He has so much talent, but he is so smart and calculated.
And they kind of look like each other, too, especially when both of them have the mustache.
Exactly.
That's a good look there.
Mayhew into the zone. Beautiful move. Oh, last try just cut away.
Both Bennett brothers out there now.
Shane Bennett and shoots. Clay Taylor the save, but he hangs on. Well, don't count the Roadrunners out because, I hate to keep bringing it back up, George, but I mean, they at this point last game they were down 2.
I'm leaving.
And then Blake Bennett just took over.
I'll go on record. Tommy Tui and I were saying that we thought, given the circumstances, the matchup earlier, and George, I don't mean to pour salt in the
Martino
wound.
shoots. Big save. Taylor finds it, covers
Huge
it, gets
save
the
by
whistle.
Taylor. We were in both belief that matchup heavily favored you guys, and again, I hate pouring salt in the wound, but yeah, that was quite a game earlier, and it just speaks to the talent in this pro division, and the extra 6 minutes per game, man. You never know, and guys get a little tired, and rosters are a little more filled out. And even with more filled out rosters and that talent defensively and good goalies, that extra 6 minutes, it comes into play every single game.
Everybody, you're probably going through your bench at some point. Mm-hmm. You can't shorten your bench too early with 18-minute periods, you know? Not to say that I needed there to shorten the bench, because I still had faith in the guys I have on, you know? But this goes for every game. How many times have we seen a 2-goal lead evaporate?
Yep.
You know?
100%.
4-goal leads aren't safe.
Yeah, we saw that day one, huh? Mudcats and Ringster.
Came back to tie it, then Ringster broke their hearts on the ensuing faceoff. If that game goes to overtime, Mudcats are probably in the playoffs. Tardino tried to cross rink. Garrett Haar intercepted. Cadiz
Beautiful
spin around.
These
play by
outlet
Cadiz.
passes and the way they move without the puck is tremendous.
Here comes PAMA, Junior Cadiz. They fire it back.
He looked that time because he knows that there may be a high guy still sitting on, there may be a defender sitting on the high guy. So
Not-
smart.
The Bennett brothers are really good at cherry picking.
Not too many
That's not an
whistles in
insult
this.
at all.
Yeah, not too many whistles in the second period. We're already down to 7:40 left in the second.
Which it does not seem possible in this division because the periods are so long. But it's a great flow in this game.
Travis Snow, what a move. Dancing to the zone, plays it over. One-time shot, Keith Johnson says no.
There's that Johnson save again. And I'm telling you right now, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
Travis Snow, another beautiful move. Runs out of space. Turns around, looks for the trailer. Plays it to the back door. What a pass. Shot off the goalpost.
How do you turn and know that? What a smart play there by Olinger. Just so smart. He just had a feeling, and he turned to turn back, but he said, I think I can get this, and turns and stays.
He must have been an A student. Pass comes to Blake Bennett into his offensive zone. The dangerous Blake Bennett.
Two of the best players in the
Spoke
division
away.
right there, offensively and defensively. Blake Bennett and Brett Olinger, 91 on 91. Great matchup there. Olinger comes ahead on that one, though.
Storylines are immense.
You wonder about fatigue and DiMartino. I know he's playing hard, but he's been out there a lot,
A long time.
A lot.
Toe drag works. Oh boy.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, that's a free 4-on-3.
We're making a line change here, so we'll get back on the play. It's Severa getting back on the play. DiMartino wants to go. It's a great defensive play.
And that was almost identical to what just happened. So
Right, the other side. Sarter didn't go down this time, though.
Sarter was in
Sarter was like, I'm out of here.
Yeah. Sarter saw it coming. Learned his lesson. Mooney into the zone.
Smart, nothing forced here. And you could see the frustration on forwards' faces when guys turn it back because they have to skate that distance. It's like, ugh. I know some of my guys, when they turn it back, just came off. It's like,
You back check so hard just for a guy to just toss it back right where it came from.
Right. Especially when you're down in the game.
Yeah.
You're up, you're like, okay, give me a chance to reset here.
Echeverry. The hockey IQ on Echeverry is just immense. I know you talked about it earlier. The guy just doesn't make mistakes.
Very calming presence to be, like a second pairing on the
Mayhew
defensive side.
Shot out of a cannon against
Uh-oh.
Echeverry. Lost his footing.
Oh, wow.
I
Wow.
just said he doesn't make mistakes.
That was-
He falls down, but he keeps the puck.
That was a break there that the Roadrunners were probably looking for, you know?
Lucky to be good and
Did I say
good to be
Roadrunners?
lucky.
He did.
Roadrunners.
Yeah.
Roadrunners. I thought I saw a pretty cat. Roadrunners.
Here comes Kristen Gonzalez. Backhand shot.
Great.
Caught off by Johnson.
Great save by Keith.
Tyler Gonzalez, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler.
What'd I say?
I think he said Tristan, and it is Tristan. For Tristan Gonzalez. Tyler Gonzalez fits in really well with this group. A guy who probably played on the men's team a little bit, the Silver Knights team.
Backhand in front. And goes to the corner.
Fits in really well with this pro group.
So it's been all PAMA in this
Golden Knight
period.
group.
And Roadrunners are one shot away from tying it. And mostly due to their goaltender. Telemorte fakes the shot, stutter steps, a desperation poke check knocks it away. The aforementioned Gonzalez.
They're strong on the man here. Just watch for these crosses and picks.
Max Halverson watched by Seymour, takes a shot, Seymour blocks it, and then
Oh, he almost cleared it right to Halverson, to Delamorte.
he wants a call there, he's not gonna get it. 3:46 left, gentlemen.
Dari, I'm going to put you on the spot after this game.
Yep.
Pass comes back, DiMartino.
DiMartino, did he just get a rest? Did he just come back on?
Yeah.
30
So-
seconds.
Yeah.
30 seconds. Get back out there, kid.
Right.
Get a drink of water, maybe.
He could have just killed 30 seconds keeping him on there, you know? But all right, he got to sit down.
Hang out with Vio for a minute.
Time not a factor yet. Probably in about a minute it will be. And you'll get to look to pull a goaltender, right? About a minute 45. What's your go-to time? I know I have one, a goal down. What's your go-to time, Kev?
I say game like this, I say maybe a little over a minute 10.
Yeah, see, if we have possession at 140, I'm taking it because you don't know when you're going to get it back.
Big
That's
race for
true.
the puck. And Delamorte forced off
Just
the puck.
because both of these teams can hold possession for a long time, you know?
Delamorte lost his stick there and was able to regain control of it as he was moving. That was quite a subtle little play.
Quick passing here from the Golden Knights. Noah's shot, that one's blocked. Wraparound attempt. Johnson stymies it.
Oh, and there's a pass back, but Blake was there but just missed it.
Bodies are going to be banging.
Oh, Olinger! Jeez!
Olinger back to Thomas, his shot's
And then he's
blocked.
just smart. He stays out.
He gets tripped up. PAMA wanted to call, they're not going to get it.
Let me
Great
say
puck
this.
retrieval.
Because I gotta give. The game has been officiated tremendously. Tremendously. Even on a couple flops that guys wanted penalty. Nope.
Here comes Travis Snow. Well, hey, you're down to the final 4 teams. You're down to the final 4 refs as well.
Yeah. And or maybe 3 on a rotation.
Yeah.
And here's what I'm saying right here, Dwys, because at 140, you get possession at all, you got to pull them.
Yep.
You know, under 2 minutes in a game like this, because you never know when you're going to get it back.
When did the Roadrunners start pressing and just go?
They need to now.
I mean, their guys are dead, though.
Martini steps, gets the puck, but
Blake
Mayhew
yelled
gets it
at him.
right
He said,
back.
step.
Blake Bennett trying to get this puck, draped all over him,
They're not giving them
Not
the
that
penalty.
late. Nope, not this late.
Nope.
especially with how they've been calling it the rest of the game.
Right. Alverson's
all
working to
over
get it back.
Seamer. And the Roadrunners get the puck
Wow,
back.
wow.
Hold it.
Alverson back to Blake Bennett. Shot!
Oh,
Turn! Hello, highlight reel, Clay Taylor. No, he did not.
Blake knew he had that one, too. I thought he did. But, man.
Heck of a pass across the slot.
heck
there
of a
from
pass.
Show us that
Alverson.
replay again and again.
We need to see that save. Somebody just tweeted hearing George Brown give. And here, yeah, I like that no call. I love it.
Especially for drama's sake.
Gives it up,
Look
gets
at
it
this.
back.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Clay. Man, Clay.
Blake got all of that.
He did. And you were saying hold it to set it up.
Yeah.
And I get that. And in my head, I'm like, I'm taking him. You got time.
Yeah.
I'm probably yelling that to my guys too.
Yeah.
But on that situation, these players are probably thinking, if we got a chance now,
If we can bury, let's
get it out.
bury.
Yeah. We
You
also
know?
have Blake Bennett from the right circle, who's lethal from there.
Yeah.
You know, you and me both have seen it so many times. If they do take that extra second and kind of peel back, they're getting Johnson out of the net. Then they can put PAMA on their heels and maintain that possession, set up a 5-on-4 in their own zone. Keith's going to hang out here about midway between his net and half court.
The only negative thing about that is because what just happened.
Yep,
You got
exactly.
a whistle and a draw that you
Exactly.
lost.
Big face-off win. This puck pops up into the air. Keith Johnson went back into the goal. Blake Bennett, what a back
Blake
check.
Bennett is killing it this game.
Now you got to slow it down. Now you got to slow it a little
Delamorte to
bit.
Shane Bennett. He shoots
Oh.
and goes over top the net.
You got to set it up now.
And an empty net. DiMartino swipes at it. It's missed. And Olinger puts it home.
That's why you say that, Twisey. That's why you say that.
I've been victim of it too many times, just as I'm sure you have been too.
for sure. And you get so excited because you have that. It's a 3-on-2.
Yep.
It's a 3-on-2. But the way the defenders are here, 3-on-2s are probably just 50-50.
Not to mention the goalies.
And the goalies, right?
Yeah, I mean, Clay comes across from his right to his left again, moving side to side. Makes a huge save on Bennett to preserve that lead before they, or as they're pulling Keith Johnson. And again, like you mentioned too, now they've got a face-off. PAMA's able to win that face-off. Roadrunners aren't able to set up what they want to set up. And now we got a 3-1 game with PAMA leading.
Max Comtois goes over on the bench and gives a big prop to Ollinger there. When you get an NHL guy who's just lighting it up in the NHL, scoring goals, and goes up to Ollinger and tells him how great of a game he just had. You know, that's mad respect right there.
My phone's blowing up right now. We'll get to all those later. We'll have some time next game. But we want to get out here, guys.
The horn will sound.
Over here.
PAMA Labeda Golden Knights are off to the PAMA Pro Championship game.
Their first championship,
Their first ever PAMA Pro final, which is crazy to think about because how many good teams have they had?
It is, and they have an opportunity to be the one team to win 2 this summer. I mean, they won Narch, correct?
Yep.
Ringster won Tours. They have the opportunity to win 2 here. Here's my question.
Like the flex there, George.
Huh?
Like the flex.
What flex?
Ringster.
Oh,
And you
you
didn't
know
say
it's
we
coming
or
up.
anything. You're like, Ringster, you know, the team
He's
that I
gotta
know nothing
mention
about.
it.
Yeah.
I'm listen. So we talked about it in that situation. You slow it down there. You get them on their heels, but it's a situation. I need to say this, and we don't talk about it a lot because I know we have friendships in this sport, but I would love to go over a top 5 ranking of the top 5 pro players today, in today's game. And I'll just say this. We have seen some tremendous talent. Guys come out of nowhere to be top players. And the sport is seeing a lot more younger guys, too. It's great. Jaden Guzman surprised me a couple of years ago playing for the Snipers. I had Kai Jamboree on my team. You got younger guys playing the whole Futures team. So that's just a sidebar. I got a question for you, Dwight.
All right.
Treff asked me this. We were kind
boy.
of surprised Clay Taylor in that.
Yeah.
What's the thinking there?
I heard, I kind of, as I mentioned, and was coming late to the game. We were listening to the stream on the way back. You know, a couple years ago when us 3 were doing the game, PAMA versus Black Ice, the semifinal, PAMA had to burn a timeout because TNT was gassed.
Yeah.
PAMA now has the ability to have a 1A, 1B type setup.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you put Tommy in, you preserve Tommy in certain spots and stuff. Clay comes in, he gets the job done. And I think it just speaks to, again, the depth of this division and how deep it is. We had, in a similar situation, I mean, we played Charlie Robinson against you guys,
Yeah,
and he played
yeah.
phenomenal.
Phenomenal, he
And,
did.
you know, for me, like, you take one game out of a goalie's load, that's huge. You take 2 games out, then, you know, if you're putting this guy in the championship, which is what PAMA's thought process is, hey, he's fresh. You know, he played 1 game earlier today. He's had rest. He's been on the bench. Now, if they're playing him in the championship, you've got relatively a fresh TNT where in the past, sometimes that's not always been the case.
Yeah.
Now here's what I'm going to say.
Yes.
Pose the question to you guys. Who do you start in the championship? You said it's going to be
That's
TNT
what I
because
was gonna
Clay
bring up.
Taylor just won them the game.
He did.
Late, he had a couple big saves early. Who are you starting? I think I'm going with Clay. If I'm Rob Cherneman,
So
if I was way taller.
And listen, I preface this always. There's not one guy, one goaltender in this sport that I say, man, I don't like that guy. Nobody. If there was, everybody knows me. I'd let you know.
Yeah.
There's not. So I preface that by saying, this by saying, Matt, I'm going with Clay Taylor.
Yeah.
There was such a, listen, TNT, for as long as I've known him, has been phenomenal. He still is. But there was a sort of calmness to this Golden Knights team that I just haven't seen yet this tournament.
It's a confidence.
It's a confident, it's a calm
And it's-
confidence.
I don't think it's
and
that,
I
yeah.
don't think they don't have the confidence in TNT. I know they do. But there are situations that can become erratic.
Yeah.
And Clay Taylor, you don't get that. Talent-wise, I'm not going to say who's better because I believe, like you said, it's a 1A, 1B situation.
Rob's
and it's
not
different styles, too.
Rob's not rostering Clay Taylor in the event, you know, to say, hey, you're getting played over TNT.
Right.
I think Rob's rostering a guy like Clay Taylor specifically for this. For this.
Yeah.
You got to kind of play who's playing, or you got to play the guy who's playing hot. And those couple saves that Clay made in that game, those moving left to right, right to left, making big saves at pivotal points of the game, you're absolutely right. So he's got a big decision ahead of him as far as who he's going to go, who's feeling a little fresher, who's more hydrated. I mean, these guys have been playing all weekend, and so then you come into this championship game that they just earned the spot in, and he's got a decision ahead of himself. And again, it's 1A, 1B. Who do you go with? Clay just put in a nice body of work. TNT had a game earlier where he was in there and they ended up winning. And so it is kind of, in a sense, it's a good problem to have.
You're Rob Cherneman right now. You're doing what?
I think I play TNT.
Wow.
TNT won these guys the championship over in Narch. Yes, okay. Clay just put in that effort and made that game happen.
TNT has won PAMA Pro before.
And TNT
in this building
has done it in this building.
We had to change out a bunch of tiles to do it, but we did it.
Maybe a headband or two, sweatband or two.
we had some sweatband casualties, but yes, TNT won. It was a dynamite performance on that.
Absolutely.
I just, and I wouldn't have there would be no way I say to Rob, what are you doing with TNT going?
Absolutely.
But
with Clay Taylor
it's also
going
one of those situations you talk about in sports all the time. Hindsight's 2020. Like, we're talking about it, we're overanalyzing it because that's what we're getting paid to do. But if you play Clay Taylor,
you're getting paid to be here?
Yeah, you didn't get the memo? If you play Clay Taylor and he wins or loses, it's a great decision, it's a poor decision, blah, 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 it's all on that. If you play TNT, it's a great decision, it's a poor decision, whatever happens, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, shame you do, shame you don't.
Yeah, and I guess
that's what like is hard about
who knows,
tournament.
It could end up being who they play.
Play one in one half and the other in the other.
Yeah,
let's make it easy.
That's why you've been up in this booth the entire time, Jeff, because of decisions like that.
No, because I look so good.
Okay, we ready to go, guys? Because I'm done with that. I'm done.
Anything else, gentlemen?
No, I mean, if
Snipers, Black Ice.
We're gonna do pregame of that one. So
how about this next game, huh? Holy cow!
Hey, we're just glad that they're not playing in the finals again.
Listen, I no matter what team got out of these, no matter what team got out of the quarterfinals, we're gonna have a great final.
Absolutely.
And I'll be honest, Dwizy, I give you credit. You played awesome this tournament. It was great. You look at team names sometimes, and you're like, Conix. All right, they'll be good. Not great. They'll be good. You ended up being great. Like that Conix team, man, from goaltending out, like I thought you guys were gonna pull off that quarterfinal game.
We had a good roster. We had a bit of a different roster. Had some help from north of the border.
Yeah.
The Canadian boys coming down, man, they are huge. And you know, just to touch on that, those guys, they all had to go get a COVID test yesterday, and I think one of them had to get it today. And just, you know, the logistics of going out of Canada and getting back into Canada, and you know, the kind of strain and I mean, I guess you could say anxiety, but just to commit to coming to this event and playing for us, and the way they contributed. Rockman played fantastic for us.
Rock solid, you could say.
Yes, Herder, Henderson, Glover, all those guys contributed immensely. And yeah, it's for me to get pulled late and be down by 1 goal and for us to tie it, and again, similar thing with PAMA, where we played them first round robin game. All of our losses are by 1 goal. Yeah. And one's to PAMA, who's going to the final, one's to Snipers and Black Ice, who are playing in the next game.
You know, historically, when, you know, you go off for results, how you get ranked. So you had one of the hardest draws because you guys struggled last year. So to be able to get to the playoffs was an accomplishment, and then to almost pull it off, it's got to be a confidence booster for your guys because you're dialed and ready to go for next year, too.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm done doing, honestly, when I come to PAMA Pro? I'm done worrying about matchups.
Yeah.
And I used to look at the schedule and say, who do we got? It doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter anymore because Futures came out and lost to Black Ice in game 1.
By 1.
By
and they
one
got mercied by
goal.
the Mudcats.
Right, but we talked about that.
Yeah.
They just run out of gas at the end of games.
Yeah.
Those kids were given their all.
It was fun.
And one of them told Garrett Ross, come on, take me. And Timmy McManus is like, yo, dude, chill.
It was Brett Robinson. That same guy went after
he called
Adam
him the
Ernie.
new Marchand in roller. And these kids were just, but by the end of the game, because they're going so hard, these kids were just gassed. And at the end of games, it just happened where They couldn't finish the job. But Black Ice was a 1-goal game. They took the lead on us.
Yeah.
I think they took the lead on us 3-2 or something like that. And then we came back and we won 8-3. But that game was not. Listen, my guys were like looking down the bench like, what's going on? So that's the one thing I'm done looking at is the schedule for this because
You play
it
to
doesn't
win
matter.
the game.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And you throw it over to you guys in the ringster side of things.
Hit our light again.
You have your first game against the Mudcats, and looked like there was a bow wrapped up on it. The Mudcats are just an incredible team with an extra man, a 5-on-4. My brother Frank texted me yesterday, and he's like, any man advantage that has Yoder on it, regardless of if he's sitting
It's
in front of the net, if he's down low, there's something happening.
You could shoot a penny at that guy, and he would redirect it.
He would redirect it.
They were down 6-1 or 6-2 in one of those games, and they scored 3 goals in like a minute.
We were leading them 6-2 in their last round robin game.
That's what it was.
And yeah, I mean, I'm getting a little gassed at the end of the game.
Right,
they got
right.
a power play for the last 3 minutes, and they're moving that puck around, snapping it around. And
just play like that the whole game. They just did win.
our
Win by
matchup
8.
against you guys, I mean, that's anybody's game.
Yeah.
We're lucky. We get a couple early goals. You guys finally kind of turn the page and start getting settled in, and we're able to combat that with slowing the game down a little bit and keeping it away from your guys.
Halfway through the first period, you already had a 4-0 lead.
Yeah. But you guys battle back and stay in the game. But exactly, just like you're saying, it's really hard to look at certain matchups and say, like, this is a game we can win. Any game's up for grabs.
Yeah.
Any game is up for grabs in this division, and that's what's so special about this tournament is for the people sitting in the stands, the people at home watching the stream, you're tuning into the best roller hockey that the country and the sport has to offer.
This is no longer you're getting rewarded for being the 1 seed thing.
Yep.
You're not. I mean, both 1 seeds won. We had a 2-goal lead on the 1 seed. It's
that
just
1 versus 4. It's crazy. Like you guys.
And not only that, but not to bring it up because I hate bringing this up, but last year we were the 1 seed. Roadrunners were the 4 seed.
Yeah.
And they still took us out.
How often do you get it where we end up 3 in our pool, the snipers end up 2 in their pool, and we play snipers first round?
Right.
Yeah.
So for us to play PAMA, Ringster, Black Ice, and then Mudcat, I mean, for us it kind of geared us up. It geared us up for that next for the next round and stuff. And so that ideally that's kind of what you want.
There's so much to be said for the confidence you build by playing in those games
100%.
because you come in and you're Conics. You guys were one of the invited teams. Not invited, but you didn't make the playoffs last year, correct?
Yeah.
So you had to get the bid to come.
Absolutely.
And so you're not ranked high.
Yeah.
You're not ranked high in that pool, but you build that confidence by playing those teams and beating those teams. Like the first game you come out was against PAMA, right?
Yeah.
And
stick to it. We go down 3-2. I get pulled, and then we tie it up late. We force them to a shootout.
Yeah.
1 point. It might be a shootout loss. 1 point. I mean, it made a big difference for us. Massive difference.
Huge. That's why I like the 3-point system there.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, guys. Well, it's time to take a break. We're going to go catch our breaths, maybe get some green tea and some honey. Ooh. And we're going to be back for the other semifinal. Snipers, Black Ice, a matchup we've had so many times. We'll break it all down in the pregame before our next game here in a little bit. Chris Treff, Kevin Dwyer, George Brown. See you in a little bit.